A ranking of the 3 new songs released by the Beatles following the death of John Lennon. A cassette tape containing demos that John Lennon had created prior to his passing was sent to Paul McCartney by Yoko Ono in January of 1994. John had written in his own handwriting, for Paul, on the label of the tape. Milk and Honey, which was released after John Lennon's death, contained a song called Grow Old With Me, which was already available to the public. Later on, the remaining members of the band were responsible for transforming the remaining 3 tracks into new Beatles songs. As a part of the Anthology project, Free as a Bird and Real Love were released in the year 1995. In 2023, Now and Then was released, and it was billed as the final song ever recorded by the Beatles. 1. It is as free as a bird. When the first of the Beatles songs was introduced to the public, there were several factors that worked against it. In the first place, the magnitude of the expectations meant that it would have been necessary for it to be flawless in order to avoid being disappointment. With the technological advancements that had been made by the time Now and Then was released, there were also the technical challenges that needed to be solved in order to transform the tinny demo into something that resembled a studio record that had been polished. 2. The phrase, Real Love. The fact that John Lennon's many demos of the song, which are already disturbing in their own right, had to compete with the Beatles' rendition of Real Love is the primary problem with the song. In this instance, Lennon makes certain tiny adjustments that, when taken together, make what is otherwise a fairly conventional love song somewhat more profound. It is important to take into consideration the instances in which he sings, No Need to Be Alone, and No Need to Be Afraid. The narrator may have struggled with feelings of isolation and fear in the past, as indicated by the slightly agitated twist in the melody. As a result, it is even more important for him to concentrate on the love that he has discovered. 3. Now and Then. Comparatively speaking, Now and Then is the most impressive of the 3 songs that John Lennon left behind from a purely lyrical aspect. Because it is written from the point of view of someone who is experiencing alternating feelings of thankfulness for the contributions that a person has made to their life and feelings of longing for someone who is no longer in their life, it is filled to the brim with emotion. In spite of the fact that it is impossible to determine whether John Lennon intended for it to be a message to his former songwriting collaborator, the tune is given even more significance when it is interpreted in this manner.